Hey up guys. So very quick video this because it uses a lot of the stuff we just used in the last video. This is mainly to do with falling off into the abyss and actually dying and restarting the level. Or essentially you could have some form of pit that you fell into with spikes that could kill you in the same way. It's up to you how you do this essentially. But yeah, there we go. Update failed. Start the stream. Start the video. That's how we do it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have another functional asset. My level is exactly how it was before. I've not changed a single thing about it. Obviously, in a bit, I'll probably remove these. Actually, I have one where it should be, and we'll change things up a little bit. But for the time being, all I need to do is I need to stop this. So currently, this happens. I go to the edge, I fall off, and I just keep falling forever. There's nothing that actually takes place that restarts the level, anything like that. So, functional asset, I'm going to, what am I going to do? I might do a cube. I might do another cube, why not? I'm going to call this KillZ. This is quite a common term, just essentially for in any game, if you fell off the edge of the map, you would get to a point where your character would stop falling, you would die, it might show your character falling more, but the camera would stop and you'd hear, something like that. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So, I don't really need to be able to see the box. I'm going to leave it on just so we can see it for the time being, because I am probably going to prefab this. Just because a lot of the things in this are going to need prefabbing. I'm going to add a new tag to this. I'm going to add the tag, oh, not like that, KillZ. And the only thing we actually have to do to this object, it's a weird one, the code isn't actually on this object, it'll be on the ball again. I'm just going to set it to being a trigger. I'm going to make sure the tag's set up. And then quite simply, I'm going to go into the ball controller and set it all up in there. I'm even going to grab this again because it's just the if statement function that we need. Change this to say KillZ. Change this entire line. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this in a different way. We need to add the scene management thing in again because that's what it's going to do. It's going to load the scene up. So like we did in the other one, using unit engine.scene management, nice and simple. Because now we need to go right. What we're going to do. The way this is going to work, because we've got multiple scenes, and what I don't want to have to do is every single level go in and, that's a capital, go in and predefine, click on the KillZ, change it, because there's a good chance that at some point you'll forget to change it, you'll fall off the world and it'll load a different level up. That don't make any sense. So before we do this, I'm going to reference an integer. I'm going to call it scene equals scene manager dot get active scene, so we can say, right, you know, what's going on here, which scene are we at. Build index. Then I'm going to, so what this does now is this says, right, what scene are we in, which is the active scene, get me the build index ID for it, which is what we were using before. We're using build index IDs from the build settings. You notice on mine it went from 0 to 3. For some reason 0 is in there, it doesn't start at 1. So, yep, very simple, just like we did before. Scene manager dot load scene, and I am just going to reference scene. That's it. That's done. You could add things in there. You could, for instance, add it so that it changes the time scale, but you don't really need it at the time for the time being. This is why this video is going to be very short. So just to kind of show you, let me prefab this first, and then we can change it however we want it in here. So as I say, I've still got the mesh renderer on there. We need to make this quite big for the simple fact that if you're going at speed, you're going to want your character not to miss this. It needs to hit it if it falls off. There we go. So that's absolutely blinking massive. If you wanted to, you could add in one of the materials or change the material, so it's like, oh, you're going to hit the green. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to remove this component so it's actually invisible. You can still see it because it's here. And I may add a little bit of height on it. The reason I'm going to add a bit of height on it is just so if the game lags out, the character will definitely be inside this at some point. But yeah, you'll see. And also, my phone's kicking off. People are messaging me. I'm always in demand, me. So let's see if this works. So the whole point of this now, I roll off the edge of here. It hits that thing there. It starts the scene again. There we go. You'll notice that it looks slightly different. This is something I'm going to come back to in a different video because this is to do with lighting, and I'm not really going to cover that in this video. This is just a very quick one to say, right, this is how you put KillZ in there. You could, as I said, use the same function. I'm going to take it from the prefabs folder, it's just a little bit easier. You could use exactly the same function for, here we go, I'm going to do this. Say for instance, you hit this block, you die. It's a spike. We'll say that. It's a spike in the scene that if you hit, you die instantly. You can do the same thing with that. I can run into that now, and it'll restart the scene. It's as simple as that, guys. As I said, it's going to be quite a quick video because we'd use the similar functions. Besides referencing the active scene and all that kind of stuff, it's exactly the same as what we did before. So we got that. I think the next video I'm probably going to move on to is different kinds of ways of moving the camera around. I'm probably going to start off with quite a simple way of literally just the camera following the ball. We'll set up an offset, nice and simple like that. Yeah, and then there might be other ways of doing it that I bring in. But yeah, nice one, cool.